Hi Anna and Pilar. This is your video for your April the 30th session. So today we're going to be doing some reading. So I'm going to ask you to take your books and open to page 108, and you're going to be reading an article about a woman who is having a hard time becoming a grandmother, finding her role as a grandmother. Before you do the reading, you might want to think about some of the questions that they ask you in exercise 1 on page 108. At what age would you describe someone as old? Do you think it's better to be an old person or a young person in your country? Why? How often do you spend time with people of a different generation? Have your grandparents played an important role in your life? Why? Why not? You're going to be doing exercise 2 on page 108. Exercise 2 contains some vocabulary words that you're going to see in the article, so it's important to make sure that you understand what all the words mean. If you're not sure of any of the words in exercise 2, you're going to need to look them up. So you've got the word career, wrinkly. By the way, wrinkly is the adjective. The noun is wrinkle, as in arruga, either on your face or your clothes. It's also the verb to wrinkle, arrugar. For example, to wrinkle up your face or to wrinkle your clothes as well. And wrinkly is the adjective. Childcare, indulgent, a pipe, active, sacrifice, and discipline. So these are all words that appear in the article struggling to fit into the role of granny. On page 109, exercise 3, you've got some questions that you need to be thinking about, information you need to be reading for as you're reading through the article, both the first time you read and the second time as well. What reasons the writer gives to explain why she's struggling with her new role. You also need to find out how she feels about being referred to as granny and why. You want to find out which of her grandparents she knows best. Which two stereotypes of grandparents are mentioned. And you want to find out how the writer might benefit from her relationship with her grandson, and why the writer mentions each of the words in exercise 2. Okay, so the first time that you read the article, struggling to fit into the role of granny, you're going to be looking for any words that you're not sure of. You're going to underline or circle them, and you're going to look them up. Okay, and when you've done that, you're going to go back and you're going to read through the article a second time. And you're going to try and answer the questions in exercise 3. And you're also going to be ready to do exercises 4 and 5. And notice that you're going to find the answers to those exercises at the end of your study guide. For exercise 6, they ask you to write 4 true sentences using phrases from exercise 5. So I'm going to ask you to write those sentences, and you can email them to me at elizabeth.news@gmail.com. Please remember that anytime you have any questions or anything that you're not sure about in the study guide, please feel free to email me at that same address, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions you might have. Okay? So I'll see you next week with a new study guide. All right? Bye for now.